Well, we're doing this again. Followed along at a video quite a while ago. We unloaded one of these spreaders a couple weeks ago. We're unloading another one now. This one here has brakes on it. And the other one didn't have brakes on it. They had this one sitting at the factory. So rather than add brakes to it, they decided to just send the one that had the brakes on it. So the other one is still here, but that's going to go back to the dealership in Cazenovia, Side and Stricker. And this one is going to be the spreader that stays here. We just drug that other one around the dooryard here and up and down the road to make sure it wasn't going to be too heavy for us. And once we decided to buy it and wanted the brakes, we moved forward with having somewhat of a change of plans and getting this one in here that had the brakes already on it rather than installing them. The rep from H&S came out just after that other one was delivered and explained a bunch of things on it, and yeah, convinced me that it was a good enough spreader to buy. We had looked at some other ones, and this was the best fit for yeah, for us. But these spreaders are 22,000 pounds empty. So we'll go ahead and get the tires unloaded, get them installed on it, yank it off the trailer, and get this gentleman out of the area, or out of here anyways. These guys are from the area. It's Edinger Trucking. They're just up in Atisco, about 7 or 8 miles from here. So this is the same exact trailer that we got the other one delivered on. And if you didn't follow along in the last video, you had to get the tires out of the back. He'll raise his trailer up. We can put the tires on it while it's on the trailer, and then he lets his trailer back down. The tires will hit the ground and we can yank the spreader off. The other spreader had the hubs in a box, and we put the hubs, had to put the hubs on it. There's this pin right here that holds the spindle assembly on there. So we'll go ahead and get the tires lifted out, get them on it, get this guy out of here. we've got the tires unloaded. We just got to put them on. Well, the sun is going down. It's getting dark. We got the wheels all on it. And now we just need to this chain lowered down here. I had to raise this one side up, the front rather. Okay, so it's real close to the bottom and the back. He'll get his truck unhooked and get it pulled out of the way. Then we can get it pulled off the trailer. Then we'll get this inside and we'll show you more of it. Well, we've got this thing inside, and we have, Andrew is running around it with a grease gun. Changed the height of the hitch. And we're just going to kind of explain a few things. Now, this H&S, some of this H&S stuff really isn't built all that well. But we felt that this spreader was built really well. That's why we chose to go with this unit rather than some of the other ones. There's one more spreader that's bigger than this. It's a 6199 or something like that. But we wanted to go with a chain drag this time around because the Hydra push, once in a while we would lodge the beaters and then we wouldn't be able to, you'd pull the ram back, but it wouldn't bring the load back at all. We would have to rotate the beaters with the telehandler bucket to get them to break free and then whatever like that. So this one, being that it's got the bed chain in it, we're able to run the apron chain backwards. So you just take this little pin out here, have your hydraulic on the tractor, your SCV powered. Right now it is in unload, which the chain is going backwards. It's going, well, they call it forward. It's feeding the material towards the beaters. And if you want to back it up, you just momentarily run this lever and it will allow you to back off the pressure against the beaters itself. So this has a 3/4 inch grade 100 log chain for a bed chain. And I forget what the measurement is of this. I think it's 7 foot something. These paddles are 2x4 by either 3/16 or quarter wall tubes. The cleat is, I don't know, maybe that long, and these are just kind of floating on there. You'd loosen the chain up, get the chain loose, and then when the chain is loose, you can kind of rotate the chain enough or pull the chain out of the way to pull one side of the tube off of this cleat and either replace it, straighten it, or what have you. So Andrew's just about got this greased. This one's got the brakes on it, and what there is an electric controller that controls the brakes hydraulically. You have this guy that you put in the tractor. I thought the brakes would have ran off of an SCV, but they don't. The beaters, you can take them off if you want to. There's 5 3/4 inch, or maybe they're 5/8. 5 5/8 bolts on each side. You unbolt them, take your power shaft. There's a It's just like a regular PTO shaft that slides on there. You take that off of the bottom. And once you get your bolts removed, you just wrap a chain around there, lift it off. It has a saddle for a pin to set down in. And you could set the beaters off, and you could use this to pile manure without having to run the beaters and throw it all over hell. The gate, it's a more or less like a knife gate, and you don't have to have the gate all the way up when you're running the load off. You can use the gate to meter the material as you unload it off the spreader. So the next part of this video will be actually using this in the field, but it seems like about every one of these manufacturers that make these spreaders, they all kind of look the same. They have this rubber cushion up front on the drawbar. They kind of like have the same panel that comes up to adjust your chain. I don't know. There's Degelman, there's Tube Line. There's a whole pile of them that make them, but we thought this one was built pretty good. Gearboxes are a little heavier. The main drive line going back, that shaft is a little bigger than what the other manufacturers ran. And I felt that this one was going to suit us well. The beaters are heavier, larger in diameter than some of the other competitors. I think these are 38 inches in diameter, and what the sales rep from H&S explained, he said being that they're a little bigger, they're a little heavier, and they have enough, what do you call it, torque to them, rolling torque to them, that the weight of them helps spit out grab a wad and power through it. So, all right, I'm gonna get this out of here, and we'll load it up tomorrow and show you how this unit runs. What do you think? Think this is gonna work? Did you get the grease zerk banks over here?
Yeah, I got them all.
And then there's a grease zerk bank for the beaters, or for the, you got those too, so you got those 5?
Yeah.
And then there's 2 back here.
5.
There's 2 here. Did you get these 2? These 2 go up to those bearings. I don't know if there's 2 on each side. No, it's just those 2. So grab those, and we'll get this tractor hooked on it and get it out of the shop here. So, what about this one here? Did you get the apron chain in the front? Okay. All right, this is the first load that's getting loaded onto the spreader. This is pen packed manure that has come from our calf hutches. This has been cleaned up and piled here for, yeah, it's been probably 6-7 days anyways that it's been piled here. We have had this manure piled before, and we have left it piled for several days, or several weeks rather, and put another one on. Put another one on there. We have had, you know, this pen pack manure piled for a couple of months, and when it's piled for a couple of months, boy, it really breaks apart easily. So this is the hardest that this manure will ever spread. This is long straw. This straw here has been not processed at all. We don't run the knives on our balers, and it is long straw. So we'll see how this does ripping this material apart here. He chose to load this with a payloader. He could have loaded it with a telehandler, but I don't know if he put any more than that on there or not. He should put one more on it, but he doesn't want to spill it. So we'll follow him down to the field and we'll get some footage of him spreading. There is the first load. Man, this does an awesome job. Takes a little while for these beaters to calm down. Once they stop, we'll show you what things look like from the rear here. But yeah, that does an awesome job. Chain doesn't go fast enough. We gotta speed that up, right?
It's on the remote. I was slowing it up and speeding it up.
All right, how fast are you on the remote?
I was at like 3 because the tractor was slugging.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you put it up on 10 without the beaters on? We'll see how fast this chain goes, okay? I thought I had to change the selector valve on the side of the spreader, but that's not it at all here. So, hey, let me call you right back. All right, give me a minute. All right, yep, bye. All right, that was actually the salesman from Seidenstricker. I need to call him back, but where is that? 10? 10? All right, this is at 10 right here. So that's how fast that goes on 10. But he said he was on 3. So that's pretty good. We'll let him get loaded up with another load. I gotta call the salesman. He just tried calling me. He was taking this other spreader over to another farm and they were going to demo that. But yeah, this thing does an awesome job. So we'll let him load up with another load. I thought I was going to be able to get my drone out, but I didn't have the battery charged up on it.
Did you see how much that tailgate cocks when it comes all the way up?
What do you mean?
It about goes to the side when it comes out of the track.
Well, it's gonna, it's wider at the top than it is the bottom.
Yeah.
So, all right. We'll let him get loaded up with another load and we'll come back down here. All right, back for another load. That does a nice job. So, that'll give you an idea how that thing works. And that's where we're going to leave off with you. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll catch you at the next one. Take it easy, folks.